Hey, what up? It's Brad with Home Love Construction, and in this video I want to talk to you about something that I personally did not see coming for many months, but it is actually happening, at least from one of our suppliers, and that is that construction prices are decreasing. I was super surprised, actually, literally yesterday. We're filming this on Thursday. I think it's June, what's the date? June 14th, 16th, something like that. It's something like June 14th or something like that, 2022. And yesterday I get an email that pops up on my phone and it says price reduction letter. Now I've been getting a lot of emails that say price increase letter, like all over the place from all these different suppliers. But yesterday I got this one from a place called Town and Country Industries, which is a metal and window supplier for the Tampa Bay area. They're a pretty big supplier too. I guess they do hundreds of millions of dollars per year. And they sent out a price reduction letter saying that because their prices have been predicted to drop between 6 and 8% for their supplies, they're gonna pass that on to their clients and drop our prices between 6 and 8% depending on the exact material. So I was pretty surprised by this. I definitely did not see this coming at all. If you actually go back and watch my previous videos, I did a price prediction video where I said I think it'll keep going up. Now, why is this happening? I think partially some of this is because there was a bit of overshooting, and by overshooting I mean people raised prices a little more than they needed to, and now they're kind of walking it back a little bit, and they're like, oh wow, okay, we don't need to necessarily charge that much, like we're gonna be okay. Now, that said, we live and work in the Tampa Bay area primarily, and in the state of Florida is where we're licensed for Home Love Construction. The thing that I do want to say that is a continuation of my previous video on price predictions is that I do not see labor prices going down at all. In fact, it's actually impossible that labor prices would go down in the state of Florida because the minimum wage is rising by $1 every year for the next 3 or 4 years. So there's no chance that labor is going to go down. And think about this, you're, $11, $12 an hour workers right now, like the people who are doing those kind of like menial tasks or whatever, those people have to be paid $15 an hour by 2026. So think about what a skilled carpenter, a skilled mason, somebody who does drywall really well, a really good painter, those guys who are getting $25 to $35 an hour now, you're looking at probably $35 to $45 an hour in the year 2026 when all of these minimum wage increases go into place, because a lot of people base their frame of, okay, what's enough to get paid based on what minimum wage is, not necessarily even based on what their standard of living needs to be. They go based off of, well, what are other people making and what's fair, compared my skill set to their skill set. So realize that that is still definitely going to impact the construction industry. The other thing that's not changing is we're not seeing a flood of new people coming into the construction industry, even though there's a lot of money to be made here. In fact, I continue to see more and more people exit the construction industry. We had a great engineer, this guy, Ollie, who retired last year, who is really a gem. Now we're engineering is its own other thing, but that's just one little microcosm. I know a guy who used to do block and concrete work, now he's off selling, doing something else. A guy who used to be a great carpenter now drives for UPS. There's a lot of these little things, that's how it actually happens. That's how a workforce kind of dwindles down, is there's a lot of other opportunities that pay the same or more with less stress and less toll on your physical body. So this is something that has to be figured out in the construction industry. We are doing our best to contribute, and our plan is to actually figure it out and get this thing back up and running so that people can actually have well-built homes to live in. So if you want to support us in that, all I'd ask from you is hit the subscribe button if you got value out of this video. It's down at the bottom there, and if you hit the bell as well, that would really help us out a lot. It lets us know that we're giving some value in these videos, and it really is a really good indicator for us. So other than that, I appreciate your attention. Keep watching for more price update videos as we go into the second half of 2022. It's really going to get interesting as to what happens here in the second half of 2022. So be sure, if you haven't hit that subscribe button like I talked about before. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next vid. Peace.